Yeah, Coach is coming back into, I asked you a little bit about it on Saturday, but coming into this week and getting ready to make a trip south. Longest road trips of the, well, not gone, obviously, going to Washington, but longest road trips of the conference season so far. Just what are you looking forward to this week?
I think just the idea, too, of playing some new teams inside the conference. It's a unique way that you played everyone in the North twice, with the exception of Emporia, before playing anybody, in the South bracket. So getting to see a couple new opponents in February, I think, is unique, but looking forward to that. Got some family actually in Claremore. Uniquely, I got engaged in Claremore, Oklahoma. 21 years ago. How that happens in Claremore, Oklahoma is a story for a different time, but a fan of Claremore, Oklahoma for that reason.
Gotcha. And Byron, coming off of the Mo West game, we also kind of talked about, but you're rebounding that game. I think season high in rebounds. So talk to me about kind of being aggressive on the glass and kind of the mindset for that.
Yeah, I mean, just like the whole atmosphere of Mo West, rivalry game. Everyone wants to see a good game, and I think that it was really important too because we definitely had a game plan for them. So I just had to make sure that we got the ball so we could go.
There's a couple plays in that first half in particular that you guys are used to seeing for a while, but that I'm still surprised, or I don't know if surprised is the right word, but like have a holy cow moment where Byron's in the gap and just bang, he just catches it, or the ball comes off the rim, and I think the term that Blake has used and stolen is just a ball getter, and in practice in particular, but even in the game, Byron has really jump-started our break in just his urgency to get the ball in either outlet or get the ball and take it. We've referred to it as a half-second outlet. Let's not take 2 seconds to advance the basketball. And so just a couple of sometimes non-even statistical things that he continues to do, and as he learns, things that we're trying to do. And usually if it's not doing it, it's just he doesn't, grasp it yet. But as soon as he does, man, he's on board. So that's always appreciated.
Byron, fighting through this season, I think anybody who comes to the games sees Christy hand you a couple pads when you come out and just get ready to have that explosiveness. What's that been like, and has that been, I know you've dealt with stuff before, but has that been kind of unique to this season, just being that veteran and getting yourself ready physically for every game here?
Yeah, it is definitely different. I mean, I've been having injuries in the past, and it's been aching and stuff, so I finally got that fixed, and now it's still kind of aching, and I just want to make sure that it stays loose and ready to go at all point.
Coach, how important has it been to have Byron? You've got lots of veterans on this team, but nobody who's played as much and been through the Division II grind, playing every game like Byron. How important has he been this year, especially with some of the younger guys on the roster?
Yeah, I think supremely important. You heard Presley last week even talk about, and whether Byron's even aware of it or not, like intelligently Presley, like, hey, what does Byron do? That's probably something I should try to model myself after, whether it's playing style or even approach or whatever it is. And if you've been around our program, you understand, but peripherally, sometimes you don't even know, like, just the intelligence level of, Byron, and how well he understands spacing and how well he understands, pace and different stuff like that, and screening angles. And so, that's even there's been certainly occasions in practice or in games, that and I wish he'd just be like, Coach, do this, in times, but he's like, hey, what if we do this? Like, okay, B, you got my attention. I got it. That's a good, and it's just another set of eyes, much like an assistant coach would be. Like, there's times that we come in with game plan A and we're rolling with it and it's going well, and they make adjustments, and he notices those, on par with when Kale and Brax and I are, and it's just another guy that can bring a set of eyes that you trust. that lots of guys have ideas. Okay, yeah, go sit down. But with Byron, it's certainly one, that we trust from an intelligence standpoint, just because he's seen so many possessions at high levels at this level, and so that's certainly been a way that we've leaned on him for sure.
The Oklahoma trip this week, what have you seen from those two teams, and what do you expect headed down to UCO and Rogers?
Yeah, I mean, we've said in different weeks, and still the primary focus for us is controlling us, but we'd be short-sighted to not know what was coming at us. And so both of these teams, from the defensive standpoint, are similar in their aggression on ball screens and basketball exchanges that we'll be ready for, hopefully, in that way. And then they've got some dynamic guards that kind of lead them in the way that they like to score it. So anytime you're going on the road, obviously it's tough. Although there's been moments that we've played as well on the road as we have at home. So I don't think it's something necessarily that we fear. But it is certainly just another challenge of getting on the bus and making a long trip and, trying to find the rhythms and routines of being on the road.
Byron, as this team grows, and obviously the win-loss column isn't where you guys want it, but what have you seen from these young guys this year? And like I said, everybody except you is getting their first chance at this much playing time. So what have you seen from these guys kind of handling the ups and downs of a season?
Well, I think everyone kind of takes it their own way, but I think everyone is growing as much as they can. I mean, no one really likes losing, and it's not fun, but sometimes it's a lesson, and a lot of people on the team have learned from our mistakes, and we go to practice with the mindset that, okay, this is another opportunity to grow and get better and get ready for the next game. And, we don't let a loss, dictate how we treat each other outside of basketball, so we all still kind of get along just well. We hang out and play video games and stuff, so take our mind off of basketball and kind of just enjoy the everyday life aspect.
And we met after a normal post-game meeting in the locker room, on Saturday, and game where we're ahead in the second half at one point, which has kind of been our story at some times here, especially recently, where we've led further and further into games without being able to finish, and just the question is, like, we come back on Monday, what else are we going to do but stay together and try hard? Those are the things that we think. I mean, nothing else makes sense, no matter how we're feeling immediately after, with the gamut of emotions that goes with losing, especially for a group that's not used to that, but those are the things that we can control. We'll try to give some scheme optics to different things that we're doing this week, but ultimately it comes down, can we play hard enough? And can we, for us, a lot of it has to do with being organized and then making the right decisions, and can we do that for a long enough span to earn a win?